Hello and welcome to Health 360. I'm Sneha Mordani. The last few days or so have been fairly difficult, isn't it? It's getting really hot, and with the summers come certain health problems. In fact, the last time around also we spoke about various health concerns during summertime. This time also we're going to do the same. In fact, this is part 2 of our 3-part series on summer health. This is summertime. It's summertime, but that does not mean that you stop doing all the fun activities that you're doing in winters. You can practice yoga, do aerobics, even go for a jog if you wish to. But there are things you must keep in mind while exercising in summers. And a report is going to tell you what exactly those things are.
It's hot, bright and uncomfortable, and you simply can't get yourself to step out of your well air-conditioned homes. You don't feel like going for a run. Who wants to sweat it out when the heat is already ensuring that? Does this sound like a familiar story? Do you feel lazy, hot and demotivated to get moving in the summers? You aren't alone, but here's why you must work out in summers.
See, we humans are not built to sit and relax. And workout is actually a need for every human. In the summers, I don't think you need to change the exercises. But yes, you can change the pattern. Summers are great for exercising because your body is already warmed up. Summers are also great because the pressure in your joints decreases during summer, which makes it easy for anyone to stay active. Also, summers are great to get shredded. So if your goal is to build muscle, build endurance and lose fat, summers are awesome.
Exercise has loads of health benefits, and research says it reduces chances of heart disease, stroke and diabetes. While the body can get stressed in the heat, some people have recently been driven away from the gym because of recent cases of heart failure while working out.
A heart attack has nothing to do with workout. If you abuse your body with unhealthy food for a longer period of time and then you're asking your body to push to the limits in the gym, body won't take it. All of us has to realize that we work out for 1 hour, but the body functions for 24 hours. How you keep your body in the next 23 hours matters a lot. I would also like to say that every person should go and get its health checkup done before starting their fitness journey.
Just because mercury is climbing doesn't mean you have to give up on your summer workout. Here are few tips to stay cool and active during the summer workout.
Coming back to the summer heat, there's a list of do's and don'ts while working out in summers. Choose the right apparel. Look for dry, fit clothes as they have the ability to dry very quickly, which is very helpful while sweating, as generally cotton is preferred by a lot of people in summers. But cotton is good for casual clothing but not for exercising, as cotton absorbs sweat and gets heavy. Our bodies are 50 to 70% water, and in summers we need more water to keep the body functioning properly, so you need to aim for at least 2 to 3 liters of water. In case you show any signs of dizziness, extreme thirst, nausea, cramps or dry mouth, etc., then immediately stop the activity and look for a cool spot to relax and drink a sports drink. Once you feel better, then try to rest or slowly start with the activity, but make sure to listen to your body.
So in summers, if you want to work out in summers and you want to work out outdoors, then you should work out early in the morning or late in the evening. If you are working out after 10 a.m. or before 5 p.m., then there are high chances of heat strokes. So if you are someone who likes to work out in the outdoors, especially in summers, then make sure that your workout should finish before 9 a.m. or 8 a.m.
During summers, the sun's heat is very intense, which can take a toll on your body. It's important to avoid being in the sun from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. as the sun is the strongest at that time.
During the workout, we are really active and we're giving 100% in the workout. But when after the workout, I would really say that, for the first 1 hour, we're a little slow because our body is tired, like really tired. So just for 1 hour, we're a little slow after the workout. But after like 1 hour, we are really charged up and good to go throughout the day.
I think it's better to work out during the summers because winters you need to warm up your body, whereas in summers your body is already heated and ready to go for the workout. Winters you need to prepare yourself, you need to train your body before the main actual workout. Summers, the only drawback is that your body gets dehydrated pretty easily. So you need to have more liquid intake. That's the pros of actually working out during the summer.
Regular physical activity is one of the most important things you can do for your health. Everyone can experience the health benefits of physical activity. Age, abilities, ethnicity, shape or size do not matter.
What could possibly be more natural than Ayurveda? And in Ayurveda lies the answers to several of our queries surrounding our health in peak summers. Let's take a look at some of the kind of advice that is coming from experts who practice Ayurveda.
According to our prakritis, like people who are more high on air element or more on vata types, they need even more hydration than maybe a kapha person who's more high on water and earth element. And then we have pitta people who have more fire element in them. They need the most of hydration in this period. So to put it in simple words, I would just say that you just need some detox herbs, some detox teas that you can simply make in your kitchen on a regular basis. Like especially the people with very low weight and who are not very regular with their routines, who don't have a fixed meal times, they can keep their hydration in check by making a simple infusion which they can soak in the night, like a ginger decoction with adding some cumin to it and some mint leaves in the night, and they can take it in the morning. For them, taking a little warmer stuff will be much better for hydration than just a little colder one. Whereas for the pitta people, it will be better to go more with rose and cumin and fennel teas. They can even add some cucumber slices to your water infusion. And simple thing to do, just drink it in the morning once you get up, even before brushing. You can just divide it based on how you look. So there are 3 body types, which we can identify. Someone who's very lean and the body is generally very dry, more prone to constipation, doesn't follow a routine, is more of a vata kind of a person. And pitta people are more who are like medium weight, who are more fiery in nature, they tend to get more into short tempers, cannot tolerate heat for a long time. All this comes under pitta. And kapha are more, more stout, more heavy built, and more prone to cough and cold, and a little lethargic. Those sedentary and foodie types, they all come under the kapha. So this is just a generalization which I am giving. But when you meet an Ayurveda doctor for a Nadi Pariksha, it's a very, very deep and profound diagnosis by which you can not only just know your body type, but also how your behavior is, how your mind pattern is. And it does a lot, because in summers, many people tend to get, more into anxiety. Many people tend to get more into anger, and many people tend to get more into depression. So these kinds, we can even identify through the Nadi Pariksha or the pulse diagnosis. But to know it in a much simpler way, you can do it by your body weights and your patterns of appetite. This is a very beautiful secret that I want to share with you today, that our lungs are the major detox organs in our body, which are highly neglected by all of us because we don't do the deep breathings. We don't breathe properly. We are only using 30% of the capacity of our lungs. So by doing yoga and some pranayamas and some mudras, we can actually enhance the capacity of our lungs, and then it can help us to detox ourselves in a much better way. There are a lot of cooling asanas that we can do in the summertime. And all these asanas were very beautifully, have been planned and structured in the Ayurvedic and the yogic sciences, which are in tune with the nature. So it goes with the sun cycle. So there is a concept of dinacharya in Ayurveda where there is a daily regimen that we need to follow. So if we do our yogasanas in the morning time, which is the 6 to 10 p.m. time, a.m. time, 6 to 10 a.m. time, that is the time when we can really start the day by cooling our mind and body. And once we face the day, we'll be ready to face it with all the better immunity and better recharge.
Well, there are lots of things that we all do to beat the heat in summers. There's heat outside, but what do you do about the heat inside your body? Ayurveda has some solutions through yogas and mudras that's going to help us cool off. What are those solutions? Find out in this report.
Hello everyone, Namaste. My name is Nitya. I am a yoga teacher with Sri Sri School of Yoga and a faculty with the Art of Living. And today I am going to share certain pranayams and mudra and asanas which are really helpful for us in the summer season. So the pranayams which we are going to learn today are Shitali Pranayam, Shitkari Pranayam and Bhramari Pranayam. So let's start with Shitali. So Shitali Pranayam, as the name suggests, Shital means cold or cool, and summers are all about warm and anxiety and stress, isn't it? So what we are going to do, let's learn it together. We are going to stick out our tongue and make a tube of it like this. And now we have to breathe in through this tube and then hold the breath, close the mouth and exhale through the nostril. And while we do this, we keep our palms on our knees facing the sky and the back is straight. Whenever we do a pranayam, this is the sitting position. You have to sit with the vertebra straight. This pranayam actually brings the temperature down. The body becomes cold and the mind becomes settled. But there are certain people who cannot roll their tongue. They are not designed like that. So there is an alternative pranayam which is called Shitkari Pranayam. In Shitkari Pranayam, what we do? We roll the tongue and we just stick to the upper palate like this. And then we clench the teeth and push the lips apart. This is the position. And then we breathe in through the clenched teeth, again close the mouth and exhale through the nostrils. So it goes like this. One other pranayam which we'll learn is Bhramari Pranayam. There are two ways to do the Bhramari Pranayam. First we'll learn the difficult one. We make a Shanmukhi Mudra. What is Shanmukhi Mudra? We place the fingers on our face, closing all the five senses, thumbs on the earlids, and we breathe in, a long breath in, and we breathe out making a high pitch humming sound. Continue, we can repeat it 5 to 6 times or 3 to 4 times as we wish. Really good to induce a peaceful sleep, so advised to be practiced before you go to bed. And there is an easier way to do this. If you find this little confusing, you can simply put the index fingers on the flap of our ears and keep flapping it open and close while we keep making the humming sound. Apart from the pranayam, there is also a mudra which you can practice, and this is called pran mudra. And how we make this pran mudra? So your index and middle finger are together straight up and your thumb is gently touching your ring finger and the little finger. Place it on your knees facing the sky. And if you know the Ujjayi breath, you can breathe in Ujjayi, otherwise normal deep breaths in and out, keeping your eyes closed. So once we do these pranayams and mudra pranayam, we can do a couple of asanas as a closure to this cooling down yoga practice. The first asana would be the Shishu Asana or the child pose. The starting position for this is Vajrasana. We sit on our heels, the spine erect, and we gently place the palms on the yoga mat in front of us. As we breathe in and breathing out, we slide the hands in the front, slide the whole body down
and place the forehead on the mat. Stay here and keep breathing. Ensure that your hips are not lifted off the heels. A really good asana to relax your body and mind together.
Slide your hands towards up and sit straight. And as an end to this practice, we will do the corpus pose or the shavasana. We have to lie down on our back, the legs apart 1 to 1.5 feet, palms facing up on our sides, body relaxed, eyes closed, and still like a corpus. Shav ke saman sthir or shant. If your time permits, you can relax in this posture for up to 10 to 15 minutes. Otherwise, 5 minutes is good. It relaxes the whole system. And when you want to get up, simply turn to your right hand side. Taking the support of your hands, gently sit up. And we are good to go. Thank you.
Think of summers and what many of us want to do each time the mercury soars is take a splash in the pool. Now, swimming is a great exercise. It's also a great way of cooling off, washing off the summer heat. But there are problems and risks associated with swimming, also health problems. The support is going to tell you all about those problems and how to address them.
Splash into the summers with one of the best cross-training exercises of all time, swimming. Swimming is not a mere water sport now, but a health regime that one should follow. The thought of plunging into an icy cold pool is enticing. So we may ask, summer is in the air or is it the chlorine? Let's dive into the pool with some caution. Recreational waters, including swimming pools, lakes and oceans, can sometimes get contaminated with bacteria and virus. Swimming in contaminated water can make you fall ill. Some don't even realize that they get sick from swimming, and it can take 1 to 3 days for symptoms to appear. Most of these illnesses aren't dangerous and go away in a few days, but they sure can put a spanner in your summer plans.
Particularly called, there's a specific entity called as a swimmer's rash. So when it's like small blisters, they happen. So this happens with the contaminated water. So water as such has a lot of bacteria in it. And then also if the amount of chlorine is either low or high, they both will affect your skin. So you generally tend to have a itchy rash, and you also a lot of fungal infections do come to us, dermatophytosis. Because this is one condition which gets spread through the waters. And to prevention of these conditions, it is very ideal that you take a dip. Before you take a dip in the pool, you just get a good shower, and once you take a swimming, you take a session of swimming, you just come, you rinse yourself very well with soap, take a shower. So this is the basic principle.
If you have just started swimming, there's a common problem of gulping pool water, especially with kids. This can be problematic when the pool is indoors and the water hasn't been cleaned for days.
So when you tend to gulp this water, all these bacteria, they go into your stomach. So what you can have is a diarrhea. You can have a diarrhea if you gulp it. You can have throat irritations with it, or even we have seen that some patients who or young children, they come to us even with some respiratory problems. So it is always advisable not to gulp water, to do a practice swimming with proper techniques. So with closing your mouth when going down, opening it early, so you need to good coach for it.
While nobody would want to get out of a pool when it's hot out there, there should be an ideal duration that you should swim for. Swimming for about 30 minutes a day gives the best outcome for beginners and people under 30. Now that you've been cautioned, why not look into how benefiting these pool dives are? Regular swimming improves the mental well-being. It is believed one does not get time to think much about their problems when they are swimming. Swimming as an exercise helps in releasing stress and tension in a go and gaining mental peace. Swimming also helps in increasing the breathing capacity, as techniques involve moving our bodies forward and backward, which develops our breathing capacity as well. It also enlarges lung capacity. If you have a joint problem, then too swimming can help. When you're in water, it holds 90% of your body weight, which relieves stress from joints. Many medical professionals suggest going for cardio in form of swimming rather than in a gym. So more than having a fun summertime, swimming lets you deal with a lot of health problems, and that should be motivation enough for you and your kids to hit the pool. With Simranjeet Kaur Rainu, Bureau Report, India Today.
How to choose a sunscreen and apply a sunscreen. Did you know that your sunglasses are just not another accessory? They need to protect your eyes from harmful UV rays. We're telling you about the common mistakes we all make during peak summers, the do's and don'ts these summers.
Staying healthy in the summer involves knowing how to avoid sun poisoning and sunburn. Safe and healthy eating and drinking practices are included. We're telling you exactly what the most common mistakes in summers are and how you can avoid them. Though it may be tempting to enjoy the summer months outside, it's important to not overstay your welcome in the hot summer sun. Doing so can increase the risk of sunburn, sun poisoning, and skin cancer. Here are things you must keep in mind before you use a sunscreen. Adults should wear a sunscreen with no less than an SPF 15. Sunscreens should also be broad spectrum. This means they have the ability to protect against both ultraviolet A or UVA and ultraviolet B or UVB. UVA is what makes the skin age and UVB is what burns the skin. But if you do end up with a sunburn, do not use ice cubes. Sunburns can react to extreme cold. Do this instead. Putting a cold, damp towel on the skin for 10 to 15 minutes a few times each day. Applying a moisturizer with aloe vera or soy. Drinking extra water, leaving blisters alone. Sunglasses do much more than complement style during sunny days. Look for sunglasses that block out 99 to 100% of both UVA and UVB radiation. Lessen the risk of foodborne illnesses by keeping hands washed and cleaning prep surfaces and appliances. Cook and hold meats to their proper internal temperature as well. The anti-inflammatory properties of the following foods may act as a natural defense against the sun and sunburns. Berries, tomatoes, carrots, salad greens, fatty fish such as salmon, almond, green tea.
The diet which is high fiber diet and which have a high water content, for example green leafy vegetables, they have a high water content. You can eat watermelon in this summer. You can drink lot of fluids like coconut water is very important. Its potassium is a rich source of potassium. Potassium is very important for your muscles, and heat cramps most of the times when happen, it is all because of potassium and sodium loss from the body. So all these precautions you have to take this summer.
In New Delhi, Sneha Mordani for India Today.
That brings us to the end of this edition of Health 360. We hope you enjoyed watching the show as much as we did, putting it together for you. We also want to tell our viewers that Health 360 is live at 5 p.m. every Friday. We pick a topic and we get in an expert to answer all your questions. You can join in live with us and put your questions and get them answered from our experts. Also, this is going to be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, as well as YouTube. So do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Until next time, thank you so much for watching and do take very good care of yourself.